Okay, so once we've created our block, the next thing the book gets you to do is use the WBlock command to write it out. Now, currently the block resides only in this drawing, so you can see to the top of the screen, this drawing is called Blocks Drawing. If you look at the very top of the screen, and it only exists in this drawing. So to access this block, if we wanted to use this over and over again, to access it become a little bit awkward. So I'll just show you, just to veer away from the book slightly. Control and 2 will get you to the Design Center dialog box up. So if I kind of pop up here, I've already got it sort of open at my drawing, but I just want to show you the path that you have to go to get to that. So if I kind of close all that up again, so you're coming along here and you're wondering, okay, where's the drawing? You could create a desktop shortcut and go to it that way. Otherwise you're going to have to go to Local Disk C, Documents and Settings. My username is Sally D, so whatever your own PC you're working on, you go to that, and then My Documents. You see the depth I'm having to drill down to get this. So we've got David's saved drawings, and then we've got the block drawing. And just while I'm here, I'll just kind of mention it as well. The Design Center. If you're used to kind of going this way, if you get used to that, or if you maybe create a little desktop, or you can add a favorite up here. It's actually not too bad. It's handy enough to, if you have a dimension style that you want to bring into a current drawing, it's really easy as dragging and dropping, or a text style, or any XREF drawings, or anything, even layout setup that you've got, whatever you've got. If you've got them set up, it's very easy to drag them in to save you kind of creating them again. So if we go to click on the little plus on that, and if I click on blocks here, or we can double click up there, you can see we've got a block called Nut in this drawing, Blocks Drawing, that you see here. So even though I've got that drawing open, I can still drag and drop that in, and look, and there's a block called Nut inserted into my drawing. So I'll just delete that. So you can see it's easy enough to drag and drop. It's just a little bit awkward, and that's something I'd kind of, you kind of use it now and again, but not all the time. So that's the Design Center. A little bit awkward to kind of do, but could you imagine kind of storing all your blocks within drawings, and you wanted to kind of find a particular block? It becomes a nightmare to kind of find anything. So it makes sense for you to create a folder, and to, what we're going to do next, WBlock the blocks into an area on your hard drive where you can actually access all your blocks easily, and you can reference them, and you have them listed in alphabetical order, or as per whatever your criteria you saved your blocks were. So you can store them off there. So how do we do this? Well, the WBlock command doesn't have an icon in the ribbon, and it doesn't have a command in any of these little drop down menus. To access the WBlock command, all you got to do is type in W, hit return, and you get the Write Block dialog box up. Now that we've got the Write Block dialog box up, I might as well tell you as well about the test you're going to be facing at the end of the course. You're going to have to create about 15 blocks or so. Now this is the way to do it. Now, according to the book, you do create the block first using the block command, then you come into the Write Block dialog box here, and then write the block out. You're going to be asked to do that in a test. Create a block and write it out and save it into a particular area. Now, you can kill two birds with one stone by coming in here to the Write Block command, and if you look, objects, pick base point, select my objects, convert it to a block, pretty similar to the block dialog box. In actual fact, it'll get you away. You'll be able to create a block from this, but also if you look down here at destination, and we'll see how to do this in a moment, the destination, you can actually save it to your destination, so it's going to create it and convert it to a block within the current drawing, plus write it out at the same time. So you're getting two jobs for one. Okay, so even though we're going to carry on and do do it as per the book and select the source as a block. I want you to think about that one and use that one as well as much as you can, the WBlock command. Easy access to it with the W key. So instead of selecting the objects again, we're going to go up and select the block because it's already a block. One of the little dangers as well is people kind of make the mistake of coming in here and selecting the objects and selecting that. That's already a block. Now that's going to give you a little bit of an error as well, and I might show you that at a little later stage. I'll do a little separate video on that one. Because you see I've got one object selected. It's actually going to create a block called nut from a block called nut, and that'll give me a thing called an endless loop, and I'll kind of talk to you about that and show you. I'll do a separate video on that one at a later stage. So we're going to select objects and select that. Selecting objects, not really what I want to do, because it's creating a block called nut from a block called nut, and if I try and insert it, then what happens is it creates an endless loop of looking for a block called nut. So make sure you select the block from up here, and there it is. That's my block called nut already created in the drawing. My destination, I'll kind of click on the little radio button here. And in my documents, David Save Drawings, and we'll save it into there. And when I click OK, if you look at this portion of the screen, you'll just quickly see it write out. It'll just flash on and flash off. It'll write it out. Many moons ago, that used to take an age to write a drawing out. It would be just save and it would churn away. But quickly do it now. There you go. Quickly spotted in the top left-hand corner there. It writes out. So we've got our block created. Now if I open up, there you go, in David Save Drawing, open up that, double click to zoom all, and if you look, you see it's back to its individual parts. So we've got 3 circles and a polygon, and it's also got the XY at the 0. Remember, the insertion point was our center of this, so you can see it's actually created it at the center of that. And if I hover over it, you'll see the coordinates down in the lower left hand corner as 0, 0, 0. A good point to know, because if you're doing any drawing and you want to insert it as a block, you need to know where the world coordinate system is. You need to know where that 0, 0 point is, because that'll be your insertion point. Any drawing can be inserted into another drawing, the insertion point being the world coordinate system. Try it out, give it a go if you don't believe me. So close that down. Save changes, no. So we've got our block saved out and ready now for creating our little array. So I'll stop the video at that.